There are KPIs that I have to meet. So that is my responsibility and that of everybody that works under me at Elpito Consults to meet the KPI given to us by shareholders. There are other responsibilities. Elpito works in an environment. Elpito works in a society that has norms, that has traditions. So now you come to have social responsibilities as well. But in executing your social responsibilities, what you have to look at first is the relation of the social responsibility to the prime responsibility of a company. I'm speaking from the other side as the corporate. So those that are expecting me to talk a lot about giving out will be quite disappointed. So in analyzing your corporate social responsibility, you have to look at how it connects to your key responsibility. So the key responsibility of your company, that your company has given you, is to reach out SMS to everybody in Ghana and beyond by 2015. That is the key. Now, in doing that, what else can you do without deviating from it and still meet this and respect and honor the society in which you live in? If you don't get it right, you'd end up losing both. An example is in 2010, Pepsi was doing a project called the Refresh Project. I don't know if any of us read about it. And in doing the Refresh project, they were going to raise $20 million for social corporate responsibility, various stuff. In doing that, they lost their market share, and Pepsi forgot that they employ 300,000 people. So after executing their corporate social responsibility, they cut down jobs. So in a way, in executing your corporate social responsibility, you have made some people jobless. So it doesn't make sense in the long run. So corporate social responsibility comes with key targets, key performance indexes of the company. And well, as we all know, it is to develop society for the development of the nation as a whole. So I'm not going to speak much since the other people on the panel, they also say something.
I agree totally with what Nana is saying. What I've perceived is most of the time society puts unnecessary pressure on the corporate world just because they are providing us with the services that we need. We feel like they need to give more than they even earn from us. And based on this topic, I think if we can draw a fair balance between what they do and then what government can also support, because government is supposed to be for the whole nation or whole society in general. So if you're able to draw a balance between the two, then the youth can also be brought up with their entrepreneurial ideas for the nation to move forward. Thank you.
Like the popular saying goes, great business ideas, they deserve serious investment. But everybody is cynical and skeptical about the next business model. And I usually tell people, if you want, before you approach a venture capitalist or let's say a funding agency to fund your ideas, you first go meet people around you. Then you ask them things like this. I have this business idea. Would you like to be part of it? Would you like to fund it? If you meet 3 or 4 people, 5 people, and they are telling you no, don't even think about meeting the venture capitalists, because everybody is cynical, even the government and everybody. Nobody wants to give out funds. They are believing the next business model is going to fail. So I still say it. One of the most difficult parts in Africa that don't receive much investment is IT. most foreigners who come here, like it's MPH, are only coming to Nigeria, coming to Africa or Nairobi, Kenya, just because they want to invest in agriculture, diamonds, and gold mining. And if you don't fall under these categories, nobody's interested in giving you fundings. So most of the times, young youths, most Ghanaian youths, African youths are left to do things on their own. And if you don't know much corporate bodies, or you're not affiliated in most corporate bodies, nobody's ready to give you, how I put it, more like attest on your behalf, or how I put it, recommend you to these bigger funding agencies. So at the ending, all you find is frustrated youths who are trying to make a difference, but at the end, it looks as if their shine can never just come out. So what I'm saying in essence is that most African youths, Ghanaian youths, Nigerian youths, actually I may have them. Not that they don't have these business ideas in them, they have a lot in them. So of them are even filled with energy, inspiration, they want to make a difference. But it's more like their shine can never come out because everybody's skeptical and cynical in Africa. Nobody wants to give their money to you. You're always believing you want to do it because of your selfish reason, or maybe because you just want to get rich quick. So until Nigeria, Africa, Ghanaians can actually bring about a funding agency that can actually listen to the voices of the common men and not just bigger companies like Gov't and the rest. If only we can look at the average man who doesn't have much collateral or who doesn't have much stuff to, or guarantor or anything to put forward, okay, in case his business model doesn't fails, this is something to fall back on. Until we have such people in our midst, I don't think most African companies, run by youths, will be successful.
To me, I believe that the only thing the government owe the youth to become leaders is information. Information is everything. And we are all gathered here just to hear words, and these words are information. The government have to inform the youths, give them the basic education they need, and stuff like that. I don't believe in the fact that maybe the youth wants to create something new and then he hopes for the government to aid him financially, because I swear you should give the government equity in your company. And if you're not going to do that, then you shouldn't need anybody. You just have to find information. You can go, there are free information online and anywhere. You just have to search for information. Informations are priceless. Ideas are priceless. The Ghanaian government, you can expect the Ghanaian government to decide to help or encourage every youth by giving them maybe finances, then everybody would just come up with nasty idea and come up and say they need funds. What the Ghanaian government has to do is you have to host seminars, get people that are already successful in their part to motivate, inspire those that are not successful. Because I believe that success is the same everywhere. If you try what a successful man has tried, you'll definitely get successful. It's the same. There's no such thing as it will work for me, it will not work for you. That's lies. The people that are up needs to definitely help the people that are down, and not that when you cross the door you just shut it down. When you cross the door, you open it, you stand, open it wide open, and let people pass. People need to get where you are too. We're not an island. We have to live together. We have to it's just like a broomstick. It's easily broken, but when together, it's that difficult. The Ghanaian government and whatever social corporate responsibility, whatever it is, they need to inform the Ghanaian youths, give them information, the basic information they need. Some people lack entrepreneurial skills. For example, some entrepreneurial skills are being either learned in the classroom or experienced. I never had any entrepreneurial education. I learned from my mistakes. I learned and learned not to do it again. So when somebody wants to start an internet business, I think I can help the person explain, this is what you need and this is what you should not do. So I think the Ghanaian government should aid grow to get youth leaders by giving them undiluted information about how to get a result from what they want. So information is everything.
Thanks. Yeah, AIESEC. I'd like to make this very contextual, something that is very relevant for you. Corporate social responsibility, as the name implies, it's a social responsibility. If the youth are looking for avenues to grow businesses, you can't go is social, and it's something you got to accept. It's something you have to put it at the back of your mind right now, because you're going to make money from starting a business. So you don't ask that businessman to give you money for free. Having said that, this is not to say companies or government do not have any role to play. I don't know how many of you know what the government is doing about entrepreneurship in your own countries, what companies are doing, what international organizations are doing for you. It's all because mostly people do not research, even when they have a business idea. Once you're passionate about something and you believe it will work, you get up and then you walk out there, you think everybody should jump onto the bandwagon. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Companies, like you said, the first speaker said, are there to make profits. The government has made laws, and these laws get the companies to be responsible by doing the minimum. The minimum come in taxes and also through compliance of certain laws. So if you pick something specifically like entrepreneurship, before you can complain that probably the corporate world or the government is not doing enough to help you, you need to find out what exists. Now, with respect to being able to tap into the resources of organizations, what every organization does is, it's not about corporate social responsibility. It is what we call corporate social investment. So whenever a company wants to put $1 out there, even for the street child, it puts that dollar on the table, analyzes it and says, okay, if I go to any area like Legon to do an activity, how much am I going to get out of that dollar? So if you don't have a plan that meets the plan of the organization, they will have a lot of money sitting down, but your plan cannot get even $1 from them. So when you have an idea and you need something for it, you need to research and find the right organizations that have plans in that particular area to support business ideas of that nature. That is the only way you can actually get something from organizations. But having said, I want to also let you know that there are a lot of initiatives, so much more. A lot of initiatives by government, by UN. Many of you know that AIESEC is supposed to be sitting on the United Nations Global Compact in Ghana. I sat on that board for 1 year, and there's enormous opportunities in there for young businesses. And the problem I find with youth of today, because I tried starting my business several times, is that we always want to stick to one idea. Thomas Edison said, to have a great idea, you got to have a lot of it. Okay? So if you're going everywhere and thinking your idea is great, and everybody thinks it's otherwise, find something else. Move on. Keep trying, and move on till something hits for you. Because organizations are not there to just give you money to make money for free. They won't. And if you want to package yourself for venture capitalists, then you got to learn how to meet their needs. That's all I want to say on this note. Thanks.